What's up, people? It's your boy Jatuan. I'm here today in Factorio. Now, the reason I'm here in Factorio is because, as you can see here, we have a nice little system going on, and I want to show you how to get your own going. Now, that's because I obviously don't have enough green happening here. I really want to produce more green science packs because, well, I need to create them faster. This is not going to work for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all this down, take it all apart, and we're going to start completely over for this. And we're going to make this a bit more efficient, a bit more streamlined, and hopefully be able to get this in such a fashion that it is going to work and be. I always try to make things modular and expandable. Keep those things in mind. Modular and expandable. Everything has to be expandable and modular. Modular meaning I can actually take that exact same thing and use it elsewhere, or expand upon it and use it elsewhere as well. So, and of course, a big thing about this all is making sure that it can be expanded so you can increase your production as needed. Now, these two can stay right here. These two are perfectly fine, but this right here is where I wanted to add some additional space. So I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 more of these, and this is now going to have to come back this way, and then we can actually get started on building this entire thing and making it so it is a bit better designed and a bit more efficient, because right now we just have parts sitting here waiting for us to do stuff, and that is not good planning. I kind of threw this together before, and I did not like the way that it came out. So first things first, we need to get some arms up, and we need these to be cranked over to our Science Pack 2. So there we go. That's good there. And now we need to actually get these to pull out. These push in. And all these are ready to go. So now the next thing we need to do, we have plenty of room and spacing for our electrical poles, so we should be okay there. I'm actually going to remove these and replace it with these medium electrical poles, because these will give me better coverage and I can use much less of them. Okay, so what we need to make these green science packs, we need an inserter and a transport belt. And so what we'll do here is go ahead and jump over to here. So the transport belt only takes an iron plate and an iron gear. The inserter is going to take a few more. It's going to take an iron plate, an iron gear, and an electronic circuit. So it's going to have to be created in the blue assembly machine, the assembly machine 2. So I can make one of these. Now keep in mind when you're doing this, if you want to use your different packs, like these right here, these speed modules, you can't use them in the assembly machine 1. The assembly machine 1 is cheap to make, but it cannot use the speed modules or any of the additional modules to assist it in going faster or increase production. Can't do any of those. So what we need to do now is get all this planned out. So, okay, so we're going to need something here. So we have all this room we can play with. All this dang room we can play with. I can bring this to here. Oh, a little too close. I can bring this to here. I'm going to try to keep these separated out, because I want to be able to... I have plenty of room and space to play with, and I want to take advantage of every last bit of that space that I have. So I will need some additional arms here. And these 2 are going to be going into here, and 2 more to pull these out. And that's going to give me 1 for... because I don't think I'm going to need that much for the gears, because gears can get processed pretty quickly. With being this many, I'm going to be safe, and I'm going to have 2 processing gears. I could steal it from here because this is where I actually have my initial gears being going, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time around because I want to actually get this spaced out a bit better. So let's get that replaced. Okay, so what we're going to have is our iron plates are going to come up here, and then this is going to drop it off here. It's going to drop it off here. I can space things out a bit so I can keep my iron going. And you'll see really quickly that these can pull from there with a nice bit of gap right here in case I need it. So let's go ahead and tell this one to use these iron gears. Well, create the iron gears. And then it's going to drop it out here. Alright. And then we just have to put this right there to power it, and we're good. And we'll attach all this later. Once we attach it all, it'll just start taking off. Okay, so from here, what we need is, that's going to give us our gears. Now, from our gears, both of them actually need their gears. So we're going to have to get the transport belt and the assembly machine for the inserter down here. So let's go ahead and we're going to get the easiest one. The easiest one is going to be the transport belt. So with the transport belt, I can place this right here. And that one and this one can be making our transport belts. So let's go ahead and get that going. These two transport belts. And then down here, further down the line, we can start to figure out what we want to do for everything else. So right now, this is a little interesting design, but we can also bring everything up and around if we need to. I'm going to try to conserve on a little bit of space, and I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to put this one right here. I'm trying to space this out a little bit here. Okay, so we're gonna try to modularize and condense as we can. So now these actually can I can split that. No, you know what? No, let's do that there, because these are gonna have to come across, because we're going to need gears over here as well. So let's take a look at what we need further on, because this one is going to be creating our inserter. And this one, you know what, I'll make 2 inserters going on here. And for the inserters, of course, we need the gear, which is already being created, and we need the electronic circuit. So let's go ahead and put this down here. Iron plate, copper cable. Really easy, and we just need to get that down here. So let's go ahead and bring all this down. Once we get this all sorted out, it will begin to make a lot more sense. So we need to now get this around and over. So this actually doesn't have to go all the way up. We can stop that right there. And then we can take this and bring this over. Let's see, where do you want to bring this? Because I want it to be in a nice position so these can grab it without affecting anything else in here. Because keep in mind, we need to also bring all this down here. So these here can come down this way. And from there, I'm actually going to bring it like this because I don't have a lot of room to play with right now. But this should be fine. So let's go ahead and get some of these made. You can come up with your own design for your conveyors and such. I like to leave a little gap in here because I want to make sure that I have enough space to play with. Alright, and these here, I want to make sure the same thing, that I have the space to play with when I get down here. So all these are going to come down this way. Alright, so what this is going to do is going to give me a good little dumping ground for that and that. If I get, I need to get closer. Okay, so that's going to give me that. Now, what we also need to get these electronic circuits down to here. So I'm actually going to bring this up this way. Put one there and bring this here. Now, I can actually bring, if I wanted, I could bring a separate one to both of these, and that would allow me to actually capitalize on the speed of how quickly because these aren't created very fast right now. So I can actually make a second, I'll need another assembly machine, but I can make a dedicated assembly machine for that task. And I'm actually going to take this because I don't want to use that blue there. So what we need to do down here is we actually need to get this up there as well, and another one of these. So I don't want to go all the way through there like that. So I'm actually going to do it like this. I'm going to come through here. Once again, leaving myself a little bit of space to do everything I need to do. And then I can come up here, come here like that. And actually, let's move it one more down, because I didn't give myself a lot of space. Again, spacing. Remember thine spacing. Okay. And that's going to give me this and this. Now we can come here, angle this up. And we're going to need a lot more transport belts. Okay. And angle this, boom, there we go. And that's going to give us this going on. Now, if I wanted, I could actually make all my copper copper wire right here and save myself a bit on everything else. So that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm actually going to go like this. 2 here. 2 more. Now, once you start getting a lot of supplies like I have going on here, you can start being a bit more wasteful with your designs, because being truthful, this is a really wasteful design, but I have plenty of materials to play with, so I am just going for straight design right now. Okay, so let's get that here, this here, this here, and this here, and let's tell it you're just making copper, just copper wire. Alright, so that's good. And we also need to make 4 of those, so that way all this can be powered. I don't want to attach you yet. You're not getting attached yet. Not yet, buddy. Alright. Well, we can do it like this. We'll let that one get going. Alright. So now you see we have our copper wire going up here, which is what we need partially. So let's go ahead and get this. Well, actually, we need to get it up a little higher. Misfire! That's okay, because we need to get this up top here. I'll do it like this. Bring this one here. I'll bring this one here. And then make a few additional arms. And this can make my electronic circuit, which we need the copper wire and an iron plate. So we have that going there. What we can do for the iron plate is we can bring this all over on one conveyor belt and kind of optimize our flow. So let's go ahead and bring this underneath and kind of do a loop through. So we can go we can go like this. Let me get this splitter on here. Okay. Alright, so that gives us that. And now I can actually bring it over here. Because what I need to do is I need to bring this underneath here. Which I don't think I have the space to do. Alright, so we can modify this design a little bit here. That's perfectly fine. Because there's nothing really to combine that, and I actually need to bring it around to this side. So let's go ahead and do this, and then bring this around. Actually, bring this one more down. One more down. Okay. And now we can actually go like this. And I need one more. Actually, I need a few more. Who am I lying to? Okay. So that gives us that flow going on. So now we have everything we need for this, and we can actually use this here as well. So let's go ahead and get that here. This can go here. This can go here. And one more. Alright. So this should now give us everything we need going this way. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. We need to now bring this around and feed this to these two, and that's pretty simple here. We can just go like this. If I had all the transport belts that I needed. And this is, once this is going, it's going to give us a ton of materials that we can play with, which is going to be fantastic, because this is going to increase my production so much that I won't have to worry about running out, hopefully. Okay, so I guess it's that. That's good. This is just going to need this. Gear and a plate. So it has the plate, but it needs to get the gears. Now the gears are coming this way, and I can actually either can make another one up here, which I don't want to do, or I can actually loop this around and then use a long-armed inserter to do the rest of the work, which is what I am going to do with a few more transport belts. I'm still not using the fast transport belts. They take a lot of supplies, and I am perfectly okay with things as they are right now. Okay, so now let's make some long arms, and they should reach, I believe. They should reach. They should reach. Alright, and we need you here and here. Okay. So now we need this to feed into here. That feeds into there. And we should be okay. Except for I ran out of material. I ran out of iron. So let's grab some more iron. I got a lot of iron going on right now, so I am okay grabbing this iron here. Okay, so let's go ahead and build some more fast inserters. And what we'll need to do here is grab some long arm inserters too. Alright, so those go there. These go here. Oh, nope, except that's the wrong way. These go here. No, 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 no. I was right the first time. Okay. These go here. These go back out here. Alright, so what I did is this is pulling from out here into here. These long arm inserters are pulling the iron plates from out here and dropping them off in here. This is pulling the gears from this conveyor and putting it into here. This is pulling it from here, these completed conveyor belts from here, and putting them on here, which is then going to carry it down here into my science creation zone. And these are, of course, just kind of chaining from here. So let's power it up. I think I got everything. I think I have everything into account. So right now what we just need to do is get everything powered up, and hopefully everything kicks on properly. If not, then I jacked something up nicely. Alright, what do I need here? Steel plate! I have those going. Let's come down here. Oh, they're down here. I have a lot of everything going right now. This is it's pretty condensed, but it's not really, it's not overly sprawling. It's a pretty well-balanced system going on here. So let's go ahead and put this here. That's all got some juice overlapping it. This down here does not, though. Okay. So all we need to do here is come down here and put something here for juice. And we should have our conveyors being created. And here we are missing... Alright, we don't have enough gear creation going on, do we? We do not. Alright, so we need gears. We need gears some kind of badly. So yes, I will have to create my own gear system up top here, which I'm perfectly okay with, because this is actually pretty efficient, going pretty efficient here. What I'll do is I'll cap that right there, so that way it can amass what it needs to do. And then I'll come up top here, take two of these, and then I'll feed this up top with one conveyor and have it drop off down here with this other conveyor, and that should get us smooth sailing. So let's get that going real quick. Alright, so this goes here, one more, or three more, rather. Gear, and a gear. Alright, this comes out. I thought I clicked on you 3 times. I may not have. I may have done an errant click there. Alright, so now we need some more transport belts. I'm just going to come down here, and that should give us all we need. Just not electrical wise. We're just going to use a little small one here. Alright. And now we should be going. We should have a lot of production being able to happen here. Except for this right here is not good. What you see here, this is not good. Alright, alright. Hold. That's okay, because I can fix that pretty easily. What I need to do is bring this underneath and loop it back around. No problem. No problem at all. I can do that. Bring it like this. Loop this back. And I'm going to be lazy and loop it right to here. And boom! We are in action. We have a good production system going on. Expandable. It is quite nice because we'll have a lot of green science packs going on. So here's your look at the finished system right here. We have the copper going in, being transported up top here, feeding into everything that needs that copper wire in one shot. And then up here, even though we just did not have the production I wanted to see, and I could have probably put this down here and just kind of recycled the same thing, but whatever, it still works quite well up top here as well. And plus, this allows me to expand this production out if I do need to do so, as well as having down here. So it's all about having that extra space, a little extra room, a little bit of extra play room that you can have in order to keep your production up high. And you can see here we have these nice science packs being created at a fairly good rate. It is really well stocked right now. We have a long conveyor of science pack going on. We have a long conveyor of conveyor belts and the arms. So we are pretty good. We are doing really good right now. If I wanted, I can actually take this extra blue, for instance, and I could actually put this down here and then pipe this over to here and still have a fairly good system going on. For instance, drop that there to expand it out a bit more, and then take an extra arm or two, put that there, and then I can actually feed this from here to here. Or I can actually just loop it back on itself, which is probably a better option. And let me show you what I mean by that. Is have this one come like this. Drop this here. Take this, connect it to here, and boom, we have another green ready to rock. So there you go. Now we have 5 green kicking, and that's even better. I love that. Alright, so that is a really nice system going, and I should not run out of green science packs anytime soon. I have plenty of backup going on, plenty of resources. The supply is meeting the demand in excess, so we're good. So for now, I'm going to get on out of here. If it gives you any trouble, drop your stuff in the comments down below. I need to fix my electricity. I don't have enough power going on now because I added a lot to this. But I will catch you guys in the next video. For now, this is your boy Jatwan. I'm out. Peace. You do have to mine a bit of wood. I don't know if you want to mine. You have to cut down a bit of wood. This is very true. Once you have that wood down, so that worked. That worked out. I'm surprised that it worked out so well, but it does work. It's putting a lot of. I thought I stopped recording. Hi.